Guys, so you know, like I know, that right now the new car market for Hellcats is ridiculous, right? You could literally be paying $100,000 plus for a Dodge Charger Hellcat, right? Let me say that again: a Dodge Charger Hellcat, $100,000 for a Dodge. You never thought you'd hear those words, but that's where we are right now. Now, with that being said, fully loaded, optioned out to the teeth Hellcat Charger, easily going to run you $90,000 to $100,000 depending on where you find it, right? That's a lot of money. Not everybody is willing to put that kind of money into a car. Not everybody has that money to put into a car. So when you don't have that money, you've got two options. You can go the used route, right? Look at a used Hellcat, maybe $60,000, $70,000, and take a risk on it because you don't know how it was driven from the previous owner. You know how people drive these cars, let's be honest. Or you can lower your expectations just a little bit and look into a brand new, fully loaded Scat Pack Widebody Charger. And that may be where you get your best bang for buck. But then again, let's talk about it. What's up, guys? It's your boy Knockout 360 here with another video, man. So as you can tell, I'm in a car that makes it a car blog. You already know what's going down when I come around. Let's get into it, man. I've got car content, car shows, car reviews, car meets, anything and everything car related happens on this channel. So if you're into that, make sure that you stick around. And for everyone else, hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so that you know what's coming out and when it's coming out. So a lot of people have been hitting me up about this recently, man. So everybody's in a race to get their Scat Pack or their Hellcat, and I don't blame you. I understand. You already know the situation. I'm not going to go into it. I feel like I say it at least once a video, but this is the year, basically. 1 year until everything is pretty much considered used and previous year. But a lot of people are looking at getting brand new cars, which is fine. Obviously, the benefit of having a brand new car is that you know for a fact that no one has touched it. Everything under the hood is brand new. Everything under the chassis is brand new. The interior is brand new. No one has done anything to your car that wasn't done from the manufacturer. It is brand new. It's literally your brand new car. The only problem with brand new cars is you got to pay brand new prices, right? And right now, brand new Hellcats optioned out to the teeth, as far as your options are concerned, are going to run you anywhere between $90,000 to $100,000. That's right, $90,000 to $100,000 for a Dodge Charger Hellcat, right? And we're not even going to get into the red eyes and the jailbreaks, right? I know you never thought that you probably hear that the day where people will be paying six figures for a Dodge product, a Mopar product, a Chrysler product, but that's where we are right now. People are paying six figures, house numbers, for Dodge Charger Hellcats. So for you guys out there that don't have that kind of money or simply don't want to put that money towards a car, you can tell, I'm looking at the screen for what's going on behind me. But for you guys out there that don't want to put six figures into a car, you've got two options, right? The number one option after that, after a brand new Hellcat, is going the used route, right? Used Hellcats, right? There's benefits to a used Hellcat. Well, number one of the benefits is obviously you get the power, you get the car, but you get it for a cheaper price. If you're lucky enough to find the type of optioned out Hellcat that you want, as far as sunroof, leather seats, all that stuff, it's a win-win. Price wise, depending on the year that you look into, whether it's a 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, whatever the case may be, you might be able to get a really good deal for your Hellcat if you look around. But the caveat is still, you don't know how it was driven. You don't know who was driving it before. And truth be told, aside from taking a mechanic to the dealership at the day that you buy this used Hellcat, you don't really know what kind of condition this car is in. Hellcat Miles and every other Miles is completely different, right? We've talked about that. Hellcat Miles and Honda Civic Miles, two different sets of miles. 60,000 on a Honda Civic is nothing. It's just getting broken in. 60,000 on a Hellcat, 70, 80,000 on a Hellcat, you're pushing it. Those might have been some of the hardest driven 70,000 miles that you've ever seen. So you're taking a risk. You're taking a $60,000, $70,000 risk on a car that could potentially blow the hell up within the month or 2 months, right? And then not only that, but when you buy that used Hellcat, you know you, and you know how you're going to be driving it. So if you've got a car that's already been used and abused, and then the first thing that you do is you want to use and abuse it, it's not going to last, right? So you're taking a risk. You're saving money because it's used, but you're still taking a risk. The other option, and this is the risk-free option, but it may not be as beneficial to you, is to go the Scat Pack route. 485 horsepower, 470 pound-feet of torque, monster. Looks just like every Hellcat that you've seen. There's very few people out there that can tell the difference between a Hellcat wide body and a Scat Pack wide body. You have to be a Dodge guy to tell the difference. Obviously, the emblems gives it away. I understand that. But if you took the emblems away, it would be hard as hell to tell the Scat Pack or Hellcat. Now, me personally, you know that you can tell by the hood, right? The Scat Packs have that one big scoop up front, whereas the Hellcat has the scoop, and then it's got the two heat extractors on the side of it. That's a dead giveaway every single time. But aside from that, it looks just like a damn Hellcat. So for you guys out there that's not 100% sold on having a Hellcat, like you're not that guy that's like, I got to have a Hellcat, Scat Pack wide body might be it. And when you compare apples to apples as far as the prices, you're just about, you know, in the same ballpark. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about here. So I'm just going to type in used Dodge Charger Hellcat, and this is what the first comes up here. The first one is the 2016 Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat, which happens to be at Keffer Mazda in Huntersville. Disregard the locations. I know for you guys that don't live in North Carolina, this means nothing to you. 2016 Dodge Challenger Hellcat, slim body, right? That's another thing you got to consider. A lot of these used Hellcats are slim bodies. This is a slim body. They want $58,972 for it, and it's only got 5,000 miles. I don't know how a 2016 Hellcat only has 5,000, but that's what they're saying, and they only want $58,975 for it, which, if you ask me, that's a steal. You're getting a 700 plus horsepower monster. It's a two-door coupe, mind you, with 5,000 miles, and they want under 60,000 for it. That's a steal. At 5,000 miles, there isn't anything that you could possibly be doing to it that would damage it beyond repair. The next one is a 2020. So now you're getting into the recent bodies, right? 2020 wide body Hellcat Charger with 15,000 miles, and they want 79,898. Not the best deal out there, but you're still paying under 80,000 for a wide body Charger Hellcat. Wide body Charger sedan Hellcat under 80,000, 700 plus horsepower. Might be a deal. I don't know. Let's look at the next one here. Let's see here. We got a 2018 Dodge Charger SRT, obviously, 34,000 miles. Used, obviously, 63,499. You could probably talk them down to about 60. 2018 Dodge Charger Hellcat looks clean, 34,000 miles. That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. 34,000 miles for a 2018 Dodge Charger Hellcat, and they won 63,499. You can talk them down to 60. All right. Let's keep going here. 2015 Dodge Charger SRT Hellcat. That was the first generation Hellcat. 57,000 miles, and they want 51,969. Once again, it's a slim body, obviously. They didn't have the wide body back then, but 57,000 miles for 2015, that's not bad at all either. You know what I'm saying? That's still under that 60, 70,000 mile threshold. It's probably been driven hard, but at the same time, it's only been driven hard for 57,000 miles. So you should still be okay. If I'm not mistaken, like doesn't Dodge have that warranty where it's like 60,000 miles and 100,000 miles, something like that? Like you're well below that. 2015 SRT Charger Hellcat for 51,969. That's not bad at all. And then, of course, you know, like I said, the higher up you get, I'm seeing the 2017 Hellcat Charger for 61,000 with 43,000 miles. That's not bad at all. 2017, you can easily talk them down to 58, 59, 57 if you're good with it. 43,000 miles for Dodge Charger Hellcat. Now, for you guys out there that's gung-ho on wide bodies, you might be paying a little bit more. I'm seeing 21, I'm seeing 22 wide bodies. Use 6,000 miles, use 20,000 miles, right at about 79 and 81. So you're still going to be paying top dollar. But for you guys that, like I said, have problems with owning a used Hellcat, you've always wanted a brand new Dodge Charger, let's go to the Scat Packs, right? So I'm on the Dodge website right now. We're going to option this out to the teeth. I mean, from the top down, right? And like I said, the only difference between the Scat Pack and the Hellcat, realistically, as far as what everybody knows, is the size of the engine. One's a 6.4 liter naturally aspirated, 485 horsepower. The other one's a 6.2 liter supercharged, 717 plus horsepower monster. Okay, so there is obviously a power difference. But you got to ask yourself, are you the type of guy that's going to be using that power? If you ask me, I would say yes, but not everybody's like me. Scat Pack wide body brand new 2022 because they don't have 2023s on the website. I don't know why. They have Hornets on the website, but they don't have brand new 2023 Scat Pack Chargers. But Scat Pack wide body Charger MSRP about $54,835. Well, let's option that out to the teeth. Let's go with the Smoke Show Gray. Let's go with a dual carbon stripes. Now, once again, I do not recommend getting all these options from Dodge. If you know somebody, you can get it much cheaper. Let's keep the basic rims. Let's keep the basic tires, red calipers. Absolutely. Let's go with a dope interior. Let's go with the Napa Alcantara seats option. Okay. Let's go with the Harman Kardon audio group. Let's go with the sunroof. Let's even go with the carbon suede interior package. Let's go with the driver convenience package. Navigation pack. $62,105. $62,105 for smoke show gray, red caliber, dual stripe, sunroof, Harman Kardon, Dodge Charger Scat Pack Widebody, which is pretty much optioned out to the teeth. I mean, you can add some other technology group and BS like that. Nobody really adds that stuff on Chargers and Challengers, guys. $62,000 for a brand new, right? You get the optionless car how you choose, right? You'd get the confidence that it's brand new. It's yours. Nobody has touched it. You will literally be driving this car at 0 miles to whatever mileage that you get rid of it. So all of the miles are put on by you. You've got 100% confidence that this is a brand new car versus going the used route of a Charger Hellcat. Like I said, 2015, they want $51,969 for 57,000 miles. 2018, they won $63,000 for $490 or $63,499. But then again, that's a slim body and it's got 34,000 miles on it and it's almost 4 years old. You know, it really just comes down to what you want in your car. I mean, obviously, if you're coming from a different make and model and brand and all that stuff, it may not matter to you going to the Hellcat. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of Dodge guys want the Hellcat, obviously, because it's the biggest of the biggest. But at the same time, it's one of those things like, in this day and age, it's about what you can afford over what you want. Not everybody has $100,000 to throw to the wind for a car. And even if you have that money, that's a lot of money to be putting into a car, a depreciating asset. The minute that you drive it off the lot, it's depreciated. I don't know what. I saw a statistic that said it could depreciate anywhere between $2,000 to $4,000 from the moment you drive it off the lot. So, I mean, a lot of people don't want or have that money to put into a car. And in that case, that's where the Scat Pack. I've always said that the Scat Pack is literally the best bang for buck muscle car out there. Better than any Ford, better than any Chevy, better than any foreign, to be honest with you, out there is the Scat Pack. Because you can get a 485 horsepower sedan, essentially, with a huge trunk, nice size interior for everybody, right? Nice little technology group, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, the whole nine. And you can get that for right at about 60,000. Now, when we optioned this out, it came out to 62. You can talk them down to 60. You may be able to talk them down to 59, you know, depending on how good you are with it. But I mean, a 59,000, 69,000 fully loaded, brand new Scat Pack wide body versus a $60,000 2018, 2017, 2015 Hellcat that's got 30, 40, 50, 60,000 miles on it. I mean, it just depends. It comes down to what you want. Is power that big of a deal? Let's be honest here, guys. A lot of us wake up in the morning, we go to work, we come home. You know, we may go out and hang out with the car guys for a minute and do some stuff on the highway, but very rarely do you get to use all 700 of those horses. You know what I'm saying? Like, very rarely do you get to really open it up and use all 717, 707, 797, 807 of those Hellcat horses. So the reality of the situation is a Hellcat in a lot of senses is just overkill. Like, you don't need all that. It's a lot. And for somebody that's not opening it up all the time and using all 700 of those horsepowers, you're essentially wasting that car. I mean, at the end of the day, get what you want, have what you want, whatever you can afford or whatever you choose to afford, but you don't need that. A Scat Pack wide body, brand new, that's got your name on it when you order it, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's where you want to be. That's the type of car that you want to be. That's the type of car that you can utilize and have fun in and save some money in. You know? Brand new Scat Pack wide body, fully loaded with options that you chose from the factory, as opposed to going out and looking high and low for a used Hellcat. And if you noticed, the only Hellcats that I was able to find within that $50,000 to $60,000 range were older 2018, 17, 16, 15 slim body Hellcats. So you can kiss buying a wide body Hellcat out the window, because the Hellcat wide bodies came out in 2020 and they're still going for $78,000, $79,000, 80 plus. So at that point, you might as well look into buying a brand new Hellcat, because you're only going to be saving $10,000, $12,000. So it just kind of makes sense, man. If you're not interested in dropping 90 to 100,000 for a brand new Hellcat wide body, optioned out however you choose, the next best option, guys, is a brand new Scat Pack wide body. But then again, I don't know, I'm biased because I own a wide body Scat Pack and I love this car and it does everything that I need it to do. It sounds great. It performs great. It looks great. It feels great on the inside. You know what I'm saying? This isn't an AMG by any means, but I feel comfortable in it. You know, Scat Pack wide body brand new really is a good option. I mean, we all know that the Scat Packs are expensive too. They're overpriced right now. But it's one of those things where, overpriced or not, you're still getting a brand new car and you're still getting what you want, you know. And at the end of the day, that says a lot to have a brand new Dodge Charger, because in this day and age, you know what people do with these cars. You know how they get busy. They beat the hell out of these cars. So I couldn't imagine driving a 60, 70,000 mile Hellcat that I just bought used. And I'm trying to beat on it and live my best life in my Hellcat. It's already been beat on for the last 70,000 miles. So you might want to dial it back a little bit and get that Scat Pack wide body that's brand new with your name on it, as opposed to taking a risk on a used Hellcat. Save that. Look who it is. Interrupting me again. CarLock. I do one thing and CarLock goes crazy. Shout out to CarLock. Link in the description. Everything you need, 10% off. Use my code, 14-day free trial. Use my code, stop playing. But guys, like I said, the situation comes down to you, but money is a big factor when it comes to these cars. And a lot of people don't have $100,000 to throw around. And even if they do, you're still putting $100,000 into a Dodge, man. Be mindful of that. Not an AMG, not even a Corvette C8, something that's futuristic and kind of, you know, set for the future. You're putting it into a Mopar. So any way that you can save money, I highly suggest it, man. Scat Pack wide body, brand new, optioned out how you choose. That sounds like a good option to me. That's only if power is not a concern. If you need 700 horsepower, then a Hellcat is the way to go. I can't convince you anything less than that. But if you're one of those guys that's like, man, I want something loud, I want something that looks good, I want something that's spacious on the inside, and it's got to be a V8 muscle car, Scat Pack, man. Scat Pack wide body, Charger, Challenger. Brand new. Go to the dealership right now. You got $60,000 to spend. Go to Dodge dealership right now. Put your order in right now. Scat Pack, if you ask me, I like it. But then again, I'm not you. I'm not in your situation. So talk to me, guys. Scat Pack brand new wide body over a used Hellcat or a brand new Hellcat. Maybe you want to drop 100. Maybe money's nothing to you, in which case you do as you please. But for the rest of us, for the rest of the population, money is concerned. So think about it, guys. Talk to me. As always, like, subscribe, comment. I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.